Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I'm Ashley Greenwood from 3 Little Greenwoods Creations. Today we're going to be making some patriotic bows and some lemon bows. So pretty. But first, let me straighten up my desk a little bit. I was listening to some podcasts, taking some notes on how to grow my business. If you don't know who I am, hey, I'm Ashley Greenwood. I have a successful Etsy shop. I'm a former kindergarten teacher turned successful Etsy shop owner. Now I am combining my love of teaching by coming on live with you guys, teaching you tips and tricks to make beautiful things for your home. I also host a monthly membership that I would love for you to check out and come join us. It's called Ashley's Wreath Class membership. You can find information for that. If you're on TikTok, good morning TikTok, you can find information for that in the link in my profile. You know where the link is. If you are on Facebook and you want more information about my monthly membership, just type it in the comment section. I'd love to come back and help you figure that out. So I get asked all the time, how do you grow on Etsy? How do you make it a successful small business? Number one is consistency. That's the magic pill, to be super consistent. Number 2 is to never stop learning, ever. I was just listening to podcasts. I took lots of notes that I want to implement in my business. I am always looking for the ways to do it better, do it easier, to, what is it? Work less, not work harder, or work better, not work harder. I can't remember what it is, but that's the trick, y'all. Don't ever stop growing. Always keep searching for a newer and better way to do it. Good morning, my friend Katniss. Let me swipe so I can see my friends on TikTok. Good morning, Facebook. How's everybody doing? Let's get started with a patriotic bow. Listen, if you aren't making patriotic right now, you need to get on it. Work smarter, not harder. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you. I knew it was something like that. I just couldn't remember. So I'm going to be using these two 2.5-inch wide ribbons. Yes, it's wired. They're both from Sam's. But listen, go to all of the usual places. If you don't know where I shop for ribbon, I have a whole list. It's in the link in profile on TikTok. And if you are on Facebook, just type in the comment section, shop ribbon, and I'll come back and help you get there. Now, this is totally patriotic. This is Christmas ribbon, one of my most favorite Christmas ribbons from Sam's. Just because I got this from Sam's doesn't mean you can't find something super comparable to this. Just do a search for 2.5-inch polka dot wired ribbon, red wired ribbon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My friend says her patriotic bows are selling like crazy. That is awesome, El London Decor. Okay. Easy Bow Maker. This is what I use all the time. This is my thing. This came from my grandmother. You can find these on Amazon. Every once in a while, people will say that you can find this at Michael's. I'm not sure about that. So, it does look different. Okay, the newer models, they do look different. Don't send me questions being like, mine doesn't look like yours. Because this is like 30 years old, honestly. All right, let's get busy. Bind wire. If you don't have bind wire, just use pipe cleaners. They work just as good, all right? I didn't have this for a really long time. I use these. I love this. It's my favorite stuff. Get yourself a pair of good wire cutters. These are my favorite, the Husky brand. These are my right now favorites that I'm using. 8-inch zip ties are a must. And let's get started. I'm going to angle my Facebook friends down just a smidgy so you guys can get a little bit better view of what I am doing. All right, so we're going to begin with the plaid. I think this is the cutest bow because it's mixing the plaid with the polka dots and it just makes me so very happy. Guys, how is everybody this morning? How was your weekend? If you have been following me, you know that we had prom this weekend. And I made 2 really pretty prom bouquets. Hey, Leslie, he had a great time. He had a wonderful time. Super fun. Here in the South, I know this is not everywhere, okay, guys? Here in the South, the new trend is to carry a small bouquet to prom and not to do a corsage or a wrist corsage. That's just the new thing, okay? Because we like things big. That's how we roll. So I made 2 last week. One for his friend's girlfriend, and then on Monday last week, he said, "Hey, Mama, I got a date. I need another bouquet." So I made another one. They're super easy and quick, and I really enjoy making them. I actually have I've got a couple of just really quick DIY videos here on Facebook and YouTube. And I have a complete tutorial in my Shopify site. So you're welcome to check out either one. Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad you're hanging out with me this morning. So I'm just making some really big loops. Let me double check to make sure that I'm making this the right way. Guys, you know, I sell bows on my Etsy page, my Etsy shop. So it's already listed. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. Whew. It's already listed. I'm just remaking a bow that I've already made. A lot of people ask, you know, do people reach out to me and want me to make custom bows? Every once in a while, yes. But I always send them back to my Etsy shop so that they can look and see if I've got something already going, already listed that they can find. You hear my dog? She wants to go outside, but it's about to rain. And I don't want to deal with the wet dog right now. First layer, just 2 big loops, tails on the bottom. Easy peasy. Thank you, Katniss. Katniss, what are you working on this week? Katniss is another amazing wreath maker. Has the Etsy shop, all the things. I love hanging out with my wreath making friends. Okay, let's unwind this. Remember, this is Christmas ribbon. I can't wait for the new collection of Christmas ribbon to come out. Listen, if you are like me and you like to stalk Sam's for their ribbon collection, the Christmas ribbon comes out in August. August or September. Yeah, seriously, y'all. Really early. So put that on your calendar. Set your reminder so that you can go and see if they have anything really pretty. All right, let's talk about how I make my bows in my Easy Bow Maker. I've got it down in here. I've got my tail on one side, and here's the rest of my ribbon over here. The trick is you have to twist your ribbon completely upside down. So I'm gonna grab it right here, twist it until it is completely upside down. Yes, you have to twist your ribbon, even when it looks the same on both sides. Pushing it down with my thumbs. It's really important that you also compress your ribbons. That's why I have no thumb nails, because they're all off. Hey guys, thanks for following along, and thanks for sharing this video with others that you think may like to learn more about wreath making. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome on Facebook. Guys, I go live every Monday morning, every morning that I can. Listen, next week, My baby girl gets her braces off at like 10:30 in the morning on Monday, so I won't be here next week. She's super excited. So I'll be sitting in the orthodontist office waiting for her to get her braces off. She starts high school next year, so I'm kind of excited that they're coming off now. Diane, your Sam's keeps putting out different ribbon? What? Girl, do not say that. You're going to make me have to go back to Sam's. I actually need to go to Sam's anyway. Because even though every time I go into Sam's to buy 3 things, I end up spending $150, it does last me a long time. So when I go this week, I'll go and check out the ribbon. Thanks for the heads up, Diane. Here's our second layer. Super cute. And now we're going to do one more layer on top of this. And we're going to be using the plaid ribbon again. So with this layer, I'm going to do one long tail, a button loop in the middle, and then a short tail coming straight up. Why? Because I think it's cute. Listen, wreath making, bow making, it's not a set in stone, follow these directions every time. It's just, you know, do your own thing, make something pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. Push it down, pull it forward. All right, so I've got my big long tail coming down right here. Hey Lisa, how are you? Let me make sure that hey Lisa from Jersey. I'm so glad you're hanging out. Katniss says she wishes Costco would catch on. Yeah, I've never been a Costco member. I'm assuming they're just like Sam's. I'm assuming that they're just like Sam's. I had to see what she was doing. Like I said. Oh my God. Y'all. Jack. Listen to me. Just had a heart attack. My high school boy just came home to get his book bag. I hear this man's voice whispering and my dog's acting weird and I almost thought I had an intruder. Holy cow. Don't do that anymore. He heard that I was on a live and he didn't want to like bust out. Jeez Louise. Whew. I didn't even hear him come in. All right, Cynthia asked a question. When I do the button loop, how much shorter did you make it? For this one, it's about a 3-inch button loop. This is a big wreath. This is a big bow. Not with the ribbon all year. Where do I purchase the bow maker? I purchased the bow. You can get it on Amazon. It's in my Amazon storefront. Sorry, y'all. Heart attack, Stephanie. Jeez Louise. Oh, gosh. Boys, y'all. Boys. My girl, she would never forget her book bag to go to school. Hey, Pop Basket Mom. She said, yeah, I got up and your heart skipped a beat. Totally. Scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah, my girl child would never forget her book bag to go to school. The boys, they're just different. They're just different, right, guys? Kids, Carol. Yeah, kids. Holy moly. Did you see me grab the scissors? I did. And it's the teenage boy. All right, friends. Let's get back to bow making. Before I keel over from a heart attack. Okay, let's talk about it. You see that short little loop in the middle? It's about a 3.5 inch loop. I've got my thumb in the middle of it. My shorter loop is going straight up towards the top. And I'm going to tighten this down. Sharon says, I was ready. Katniss says, I was ready. I moved fast. Y'all, that was scary stuff. He's like whispering. He's like, Mama, I gotta get my book bag. I knew my dog was acting weird. Millie, let's get her back in here to protect me from any intruders. Y'all, she is no protection at all. Seriously. Okay, so I twisted it on the back. You can see the buckle of my zip tie and my bind wire coming out of each side. I just gave it 2 twists. I'm gonna flip it back around. Isn't that a pretty bow? Pull my tails down straight. Now this is a big bow, so this bow would be great for a really large greenery wreath that you may already have. It would be really pretty on a front porch with, you know, the bunting draped across it, and these, oh, at each spot. I might have to do that. Isn't it funny how I tell you guys how to decorate, and then I did clean my porch this weekend wearing a Merry Christmas ball cap because I couldn't find any of the other ones. Yeah, this bow is so pretty. It's in the Etsy shop, my friends. If you don't want to learn how to make bows, I can hook you up. Love it. How long did I cut the bind wire? About 16 inches. Good morning, Christy. Welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I'm doing great. I'm making bows. These are actually orders for my Etsy shop. Next, we're going to make a summer lemon bows. Summer lemon bow. It's going to be, hold on, it's round. It's going to be a 12-inch round. Using all of these. So let's talk about how I put ribbons together. Okay. Lisa says something is awful. What's awful? Stephanie says she was just going to say about my Christmas hat. Yeah, I know. Lisa says her son is 6'5" and loves to scare the crap out of you. He's 6'2". He's super, super tall. Super tall boy. Whispering at the bottom of the stairs. Holy moly. Hey, Diane. I saw someone on TikTok said that they have a yellow lab that's named Millie as well. Thanks for my little heart hat, Christine. I appreciate you. Hello, Mary Miller. Welcome. Let's talk about how I put ribbons together to make a custom bow. First, I start with a focal ribbon. So I think this was my focal ribbon for this one. Guys, I keep all of my ribbons wrangled up with push pins, and this was one of my grandmother's. It makes me happy to use it. So this was my focal ribbon, this really cute 1.5 inch wired ribbon with lemons on it. You can see it's got a really pretty turquoise blue. There is a gingham or buffalo check background. Super, super cute. I'm going to pair that up with another ribbon pattern. See, these two go together. These ribbons came from Carolina Pottery, Craft Outlet, all the places. If you want to know where I shop for ribbon, the link is in my profile on TikTok. And if you are on Facebook and want to know where I shop for ribbon, just leave a comment, shop ribbon, and I'll come back and get you that link. So here we go. We have 2 of these. Look at the cute little bees on this one. So cute. We're going to pair it with a navy stripe because I love it. We're also going to add a yellow stripe and a turquoise that mimics the color of the original inspiration ribbon. All right, let's get on it. She's gonna be a big one. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my bind wire. I'm almost out of this spool. I'm looking over on my shelf. I hope I have more. Green is my favorite. Green is my favorite, but listen, you don't have to use green because nobody sees it. It goes on the back of your bow. So if all they have is white or purple, it doesn't matter. I still love this stuff. I get the 2mm. Good morning, my friend Misty from Little Luxuries. What are you working on today, my friend? Misty is another amazing wreath maker. All right, let's grab it. Isn't this a really pretty navy stripe? Oh, somebody just bought some bind wire. It's good stuff. Okay, hold on one second. Erica, hey Erica, said I bought, shoot, where did it go? I bought paper covered wire at Michael's. Is that the same thing? It seemed a little too flexible. So you may have bought something that was similar to this. It's called bind wire as well. It's just really thin, like really thin. I use this to wrap up my grapevines. This is what I use to go back behind my bows, and I can only find it on Amazon. I'll come back and leave you the link. Lisa, I'll leave it for you too. This is called bind wire. Good morning, Jeanette from Prairie Dreams Decor. I love it when you tell me your names, guys. That just makes me so happy. Katniss says she has the pink. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna see it. Okay, let me unwind just a little bit of this. I need to clean up today, guys. That really, really, really needs to be my priority, is cleaning up. But we'll clean up later, right? Let's start our first tail by doing a diagonal cut. A lot of people do a dovetail, so let me show you how you can do a dovetail if you don't happen to know. You're just gonna take your ribbon, fold it over, and then from the inside fold, you're going to cut up in a diagonal. And that's a dovetail. Very pretty. I just like to do a straight diagonal across. We all do our own thing. Have you come back to protect me now? Stay in here with me, okay? If you're just joining, my teenager came home from high school to grab his book bag and he was whispering at the bottom of the staircase. I thought it was an intruder. I grabbed my scissors. It was a whole scene. I'm going to fuss at him even more tonight when he gets back from tennis practice. Holy cow. This is a 12-inch round bow, so I'm going to make 6-inch loops. Somebody on Facebook is laughing. Oh, scared the bejesus. Scared the bejesus out of me. This is really nice ribbon. It came from Sam's, but it's a really nice ribbon. It's got a really good weight to it. This ribbon right here would make a really pretty, just using this ribbon bow. That would be really pretty. Like a big loopy bow with long tails of just this ribbon. I might do that after we finish this bow, because I always cut this tail way too long. Hey, Amy. I have just started using my bow maker and always had done them by hands. Okay, so Amy, you're new to the bow maker. Welcome. It's fantastic. It takes a little while to learn how to use it. I won't lie about that, but it's so good. It's so awesome, Amy. So Amy has an Etsy shop called Gardner Lane Designs. Welcome. Hello, Deanna. Deanna told me her name. Deanna, I love the stripes too. Because especially if you were on TikTok, because you know a lot of us started our TikTok with our business. I don't know what your name is. Hey, my friend Tammy. Tammy says her son came home late without telling you, and the dog had him cornered. Yeah, our dog obviously is not going to protect me from anything. I think it's because she knows him, though. I think if like a real intruder came in the house, she would lose her ever-loving mind. I hope. Here's our next layer of ribbon. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. Jamie says she got her bow maker and the dowels are so straight together and so hard to get the ribbon down. Yeah, you're gonna have to like just keep working it, just keep doing it, and they will get looser and looser. Okay. Someone else says that they need this bow maker. All you have to do to quickly find it is go to my homepage here on TikTok. Click the link. We know where the link is. Click the link and you should be able to find where it says Easy Bow Maker. Tap that button and it should take you right there, okay? Someone says their girls think a leaf is an intruder. No, she's not like that. She's pretty laid back, but she did not warn me that he had come home. Actually, she did warn me. I heard her acting weird. This is a really pretty combo. Yes, it is, Nat. Yeah, this would make a really pretty bow as well, friends. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll do that too. Stay tuned. This is some good ribbon too, friends. This came from, I don't know, probably Craft Outlet. Maybe Sims Pottery, which is my wholesale company that I really love buying from, even though I wish their website was better. Their website's kind of wah-wah, but they have really great prices. You have to have your resale license to purchase from them. But if you do, they're a good place to go. Remember, be the boss. Be the boss of your ribbon. Pull those loops and tails to where you want them to go. Okay? Misty says, hopefully Sims will improve. They are old school. They are old school, and they are the nicest people. Oh my gosh. But when you're online and you're trying to like figure out what to order, it's hard to know what to order. You know what I'm saying? Super fast shipping, Amy. Like amazingly fast shipping. They are a Southeastern company. And honest to goodness, I can order from Sims and it will be here in between 24 and 48 hours. Super fast. Guys, thank you for sharing the live. Jamie, I appreciate you. Next, we have some turquoise ribbon, which is the same color as this. Hey, my friend Lori Perkins, what are you working on? Lori, you are like the fastest wreath maker I have ever did see. Y'all, Lori is a wonderful wreath maker. She has a fantastic Etsy shop called Hey Mom Creations. I follow her on Facebook, and she is always inspiring me by the beautiful wreath designs that she shares. And it seems like she just pumps them out, Lori. Gosh. Erica says she is in South Louisiana. She's in Louisiana. Craft Outlet is in Louisiana, and when she orders from them, it's super fast shipping. Yeah. Janelle says she got a plastic bow maker. Which one is that? I'm trying to think. Is it the one that like fans all out? I don't have that one. You're welcome, Lori. Hey, Jeffrey. How you doing today? Jeffrey, we're going to be making an outdoor planter in our membership class tomorrow morning. I know that you work, I believe, and you may not be able to catch us live, but you can always catch the replay, okay? Okay. Layer 3. Yeah, Lori, it's probably a Bodabra. That's what she's probably talking about. Is there a minimum order for Sims? There is, but it's not much. You guys should go check them out. I'm going to use the stripe. Let's even it out. Guys, if your ribbon is ever super wrinkly, all you need, I was using it this morning, it's just a warm flat iron, not really hot or it'll like melt your stuff, but yeah, it's great. I use it a lot. That's why I have it back here. All right, layer number 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. I am going to ask this customer to send me a picture of where she used this bow to decorate, because I would love to know. Wouldn't it be pretty to do your front porch or your back porch all in lemons? I got a lemon bow for you and a lemon wreath. Hello, my splash of happy. I'm so glad you're here today. Susan says that the bow is beautiful. She just doesn't know what goes together. Well, stick around, follow, and I will help you learn how to do that. Jeffrey says he would have never thought of a flat iron. Yeah, seriously. I've also used just a regular old iron, but I like a flat iron best. Okay, I'm going to use the rest of this ribbon because we are not wasteful. So I'm just going to keep on making loops until I can't make loops anymore. Push, 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 guys. So she's going to get just a little bit of extra ribbon in her bow, and that's okay. Here we go. Just like that. Last layer. So this is the focal ribbon. It's a 1.5 inch wired ribbon. Pretty little lemons. The backdrop is a white and turquoise gingham or buffalo check. I'm going to spin my bow around. I always start on my left-hand side with my tail, and sometimes I spin my bow around just because if all of my tails start on one side, I just spin it around. It's just one of the things that I do. Whenever you have ribbon that has, it's almost like paint applied to it, it is a little bit thicker than your normal ribbons. So you're going to have to get used to using it. This is a thick girl. Oh my goodness. Hey, my friend Justin. How you doing today? Guys, Justin is another fantastic wreath maker that you need to follow. His Etsy shop is Green with an E Wreaths. Make sure to check him out. Make sure to follow him. He's in all the places. Just like me, we are in all of the places. Okay, one more loop and I'm gonna be done. Gonna be done with this. Oh, Jeffrey is making a lemon blueberry wreath. A green stripe ribbon, blueberry and yellow with white polka dot. Ooh, you need to share that in our group. I would love to see that. That sounds really pretty. I don't have any blueberry stems. I'm sure I can find some in all the places. Okay, so thumb down. This has a lot of stuff going on and I'm gonna need to smush it down. All things pretty. I do have a YouTube channel. I would love for you to go follow it. It is the number 3 Little Greenwoods. It is gloomy. Yeah, it's like windy and gloomy. You know, it's a Monday, but I got work to do. Justin, I really just would like to pretend like it was Sunday again and not do all the work. But I can't do that. Gotta get going. What was the name of my YouTube? The number 3, the word Little Greenwoods. My business is named after my 3 children that I started when they were quite young. So yeah. Lovely day in Tennessee. We had a beautiful day on Saturday when we did yard work. Now it's kind of chilly, which is awesome because pretty soon it's going to be so stinking hot, we're not going to be able to go outside. Bind wire, about 16 inches, and my favorite zip tie. Slide that bind wire underneath all of this bow goodness. Get your zip tie, do the same thing. Push, push, push. You see how wide these are? That's a lot. Misty says it is sunny and cold in North Carolina. Yeah, it's chilly outside. So I got my long sleeve little Walmart sweater going on this morning. All right. Hands on the top, pull it straight up. That is a lot of ribbon, my friends. Holy moly. Sometimes I wonder why I do this to myself. This is a pretty popular ribbon that people purchase, and it's got a lot of steps. It's got a lot of ribbon. Sometimes I wonder why I do that to myself. Let's pull this over to the center. I'm gonna grab the tail of my zip tie and pull it towards the back. Trying to make sure everything is looking pretty before I cinch it down. That is like so big. When I first started making wreaths, I used floral wire to do this spot, to do this part, and it didn't work that well for me. Margaret is asking, how much would this bow be? I believe this bow lists for $18 in my Etsy shop, plus shipping. So yeah. Hello, Nika, how are you? I have a whole blog post about how to price bows to sell. If you would like that, you can just leave a comment on Facebook. And if you're on TikTok and you would like the link to that blog post, you can send me a direct message and I'll get it to you. Okay, let's pull these things where I need them to be gently. Boom. She needs a little bit more fluffing, but I'll do that later. I'll do that before I box her up. That's a big old bow. This part right here is bothering me, guys. Hold on. There we go. Much, much better. Much better. Would shipping be very expensive to Ireland? Yeah, unfortunately, I only ship in the continental United States, so I apologize for that. So pretty. Okay, let's play around with our ribbons. Let's do one more little ribbon. One more bow. Maybe two. Checking my time. Gorgeous navy and white stripe. Tanya is asking a very good question. She says, do I box them fluffy? I box them fluffy. Yes, I do. I have a good friend that boxes hers flat, and then she sends like a link to show them how to fluff them up. Yeah, I box them fluffy, but I'm kind of jealous that she ships hers flat, because I think that's pretty smart. All right, let's use this just to make a bow. Where do I get my ribbon? All Things Pretty. If you go to my homepage and you click the link on my homepage on TikTok, if you scroll down, there is a button to find out where I shop for ribbon, and you can get that instant download. Here we go. Okay, I will come back in and do that for you, my Prairie Dreams decor friend. Right down here. Let's make a big one. I am just going to make a really big loopy bow. Lori says, me too. I want them ready to use. Yeah, me too, Lori. I'm kind of jealous that she sends them flat, like I said. It's what she's always done. She has a very successful Etsy shop. She is a good wreath making friend of mine. But I send them fluffy. Now, by the time they get there, they probably need just a smidge of refluffing, but it is. Where did I get the pink plaid ribbon that I said I loved? Which one is that? I don't think I just used a pink plaid ribbon. I believe they also call this stripe ribbon is also called cabana stripe. Lori, wouldn't you say this was a cabana stripe type of ribbon? So if you're searching, it's important that you know the right keywords to search for things. Yes, Lori says yes. It's called SEO, search engine optimization. If you have an Etsy shop, you definitely need to know what SEO is, because that's how you are going to title and tag your listing so that people are able to find you. And if you don't have that done, if you don't understand what SEO is, you need to figure it out. I have a friend who has an Etsy Get Started ebook that I always recommend. It was dark pink, yellow, and green in it. Ooh, I don't know. My friend Chris is trying to find a ribbon that I've used. All right, one more loop. Cut this tail, just like that. I'm gonna hold my thumb in the middle, and then I will gently tug everything. This one, is this it, Chris? Is that what you were talking about? Tammy thinks this might be it. Tammy's always watching. Love me some Tammy. Let me know. This is the one you're asking about. That came from Craft Outlet. Okay, let's pull my loops where I want them to be. Cut my bind wire. About 18 inches, about 16 inches. Is the beginner, is the Etsy shop beginner in my profile? No, I don't think so. But if you send me a direct message, I can get it to you. Debbie, you're in our membership group, right? Aren't you in our Ashley's Wreath Class membership? Here's what I'll do, Debbie, because you're not the only one that's asked me about it. I will post a link to Lauren's book in our membership so that you and other people can find it, okay? What size ribbon do I buy the most? 2.5 inch and 1.5 inch. This is really pretty. This is making my little Southern preppy heart happy. My mother would love this bow. She has a thing about navy. Shimmy that over. Grab my tail, swing it to the back. Hello, my friend Susan. Chris, that's it? Okay. I would do a search for spring plaid, pink, blue. Okay, let's tighten it down. Y'all, my job this weekend, my part of cleaning the yard was to use the pressure washer. And I have turned into a little old lady with a peasy old neck that hurts all the time. Oh my gosh. Anybody else have like shoulder tension, neck problems like me? Please tell me I'm not the only one. So pretty. Good morning, Margaret. Let's pull this one down. I see some yeses. I see some hearts. I'm not the only one that holds all of the tension in their neck. That is really pretty. Gorgeous. Derek says, can't wait to get to the chiro this afternoon. Listen, I tried the chiropractor a couple years ago. Scared the bejesus out of me, and I'm never going back. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. This is called an easy bow maker. You can find the link for this in my profile on TikTok. So yeah, my mother loves the chiropractor. She has encouraged me to go back, but nope, not for me. Okay, friends, one more. I want to mix up these two because I think that is so very pretty. That's going to be pretty. It's like a little bit of a smaller bow this time. Just smidgy. And then I got to get busy boxing and getting orders out the door. So sometimes I use a variety of 1.5 inch ribbons and 2.5-inch ribbons. Prairie Dreams says she went to physical therapy for her rotator cuff. I've had that too. Yeah. That may be it, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's trying to help us find that that ribbon. It's a little bit smaller, just a little bit. Katniss says she used to have to take her husband to the chiropractor. I won't go after seeing all that. Yeah, it was not my thing at all. Leslie says to try massage. Actually, for a while I did, before I went to PT for my rotator cuff, I actually did acupuncture and massage, and I loved me some acupuncture. I'm on the verge of reaching back out to them and asking them if I could come in. If this doesn't like let loose super, super soon. I just need to really do the exercises that my PT guy told me how to do. Oh no. Okay. Thank you for telling me. So my friend All Things Pretty is trying to get the ribbon list, and it says that it's an invalid email. I need to fix that link. If you will send me a direct message on TikTok, I will help you. Janelle is asking, do I have a whole room full of ribbon? So I have my entire Etsy shop in our home. Now we are very blessed that we have a room over the garage that used to be the children's playroom and a guest bedroom, which is where I am now. We don't have guests, okay? No guests can come. So this is my workshop space. This is where I do all of my making. Hold on, Nicole, I'll come back and answer that. This is where I do all of my making. Next door is the room over the garage. That's where I have all of my flowers and ribbons. And I have several ribbon racks, mini ribbon racks. So I'm able to keep all of my ribbons out year round. I don't have to pack them up, okay? Lacey says the chiropractor is the best. Acupuncture for your tennis elbow was a hit. Yeah, I love me some acupuncture. I don't know if it really... It helped my rotator cuff issue, but it didn't solve the problem. But I really did like it. Okay, someone asked a really great question on Facebook. Nicole says, would you say the majority of my sales come from Etsy and SEO, she means titles and keywords, or from social media? So I have two different businesses now. First, I had a successful Etsy shop, and now I am teaching others. I'm sharing my knowledge of how to make things. So I have two businesses. I have a product business that is completely on Etsy. I don't sell anywhere else. Completely on Etsy. And my product business is successful because of all of the work that I have done to learn how to do good keywords and good titles for my Etsy listings. I've done a lot of education. So Etsy sales come, product sales, bows, wreaths, floral arrangements, those are on Etsy. That's because of all the work that I've done with titles and tags and SEO. My teaching business is social media. So I have built a community here on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube to grow that side of the business. So I always tell my friends or anyone else that I have two businesses. I have a product business on Etsy, and then I have a community-based business where I teach wreath making. That's all on social media. Thank you. Thank you, my friend Misty. Misty is growing her own teaching community on her pages as well. It's something that evolved over time. It's not like I started on Etsy thinking I was going to start teaching. I fought against teaching for a really long time. I was like, I don't want to teach people how to do this. What the heck do I know? Turns out, I know a good bit. And I can help people. Okay, pulling that down. Someone asked a question about the ribbon. Does it have a flower? Let me show you up close. My friend. It's got bees, little white flowers. It's super, super pretty. Love it. Thank you, my friend Debbie. Debbie says I'm good at it. It's because I taught little children for so long. If I can break down the steps that little ones need to accomplish a task and make them feel successful at it, I can break this down for you. God gives us gifts to do all kinds of things, right? That's what I tell my children. Like, just because your sister makes straight A's in school doesn't mean that she's super smart and you're not. It just means that she's better at school. She's just got really good memory. She's better at that than you might be. My oldest is really good at understanding how mechanical things go together. He is going to be a very successful business owner one day because he understands that. School was a struggle, a really big struggle. But he made it through, and I'm so proud of him. He's almost finished with his diesel mechanic degree. So yeah, we're all good at different things. Know what I'm saying? All right, one more. This one is really cute, y'all. My dog is patiently waiting by the door to go outside. She's like, you were supposed to let me out a long time ago. Bind wire. Guys, this is what it looks like when it's almost done. I'm gonna have to take glamour shots of this bow because it is super cute. Glamour shots is when I take really great photographs of what I have created and then I list it on Etsy. This one is super cute. You're gonna love it. And if you are watching and you don't give a hoot about learning how to make bows or wreaths, you just want to buy something pretty, I can hook you up. I have an Etsy shop filled to the brim with seasonal bows, wreaths, arrangements, lantern swags. Lantern swags are just cute little floral arrangements. Can y'all see the suns come out here? Cute little floral arrangements. Misty says that God does give us certain gifts, and it is up to us to learn how to use them. You're exactly right. To put them to good use. Twist just like that. Diane, you are so close to me. I am not that far from where you are. All right, let's give it a little fluff, and then I'll turn it around and show you how pretty. That is a pretty bow. Navy and white stripe with lemons. So cute. Oh my goodness. I should make a wreath with this. All right, guys, I am signing off for the day. I got things to do, people to see, and things to box up. So I appreciate you hanging out with me so very much. Please make sure you are following along in all of the places. Remember, I have so many resources to share: how to make an easy bow, how to where to shop for ribbon, where to shop for florals, all of the things. So make sure to check me out. Judy is asking, how do you find me on Etsy? Well, you go to the link on my homepage on TikTok, scroll down to the bottom, and there is a button for my Etsy shop. I would love for you to come and see what I have to offer. All right, friends, y'all have a great week. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go live again later this week, but I'll try really, really hard. Bye, friends.